Welcome, everyone. Please put your cell phones on vibrate or off. Following the ceremony, tours of the manor will be available. Thank you very much.
Frozen, I held my breath. Right from the start, I knew that I'd found the home for my heart. Beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid to fall? Watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. You for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Time stands still, beauty and all she is. I will be brave. I will not let anything take away what's standing in front of me. Every breath, every hour has come to this. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000.
You can all be seated. Marriage is a blessing in itself. A couple who comes to the altar with their family's love and support is doubly blessed. Who has the honor of presenting this woman to this man?
Her mother Kimberly and I.
Well, this is it. The day's finally here. The fun, the stress, all of that's over with, all the planning. Sarah, you can stop thinking about seating charts and caterers and makeup and all of those things that have just consumed your life for the past 18 months. Just let all that go and let the worries go and just let God have it at this point. Ian, just stop thinking. All those thoughts that are always racing around in your head, competing for your attention, just put that out, focus on this right now. it's easy to lose sight of the marriage when you're planning a wedding. The food, the cocktails, all that stuff really doesn't matter. It matters, it's good, and it's gonna be really good tonight, but that's not the most important thing. It's just one day. This is just one day in your life. Your marriage is for your whole life. It's every day. It's the most important commitment that you're ever gonna make. And so I want you to just be present right now with your whole heart and embrace the simplicity of God's blessing on your marriage. Everyone, well, maybe not everyone, but most people know how you got here. Keith, introduce them. Thank you, Keith. You hit it off, you fell in love, you got engaged, and now we're here. But that's not why you're here. I asked both of you to write down 5 things that you love about each other. Ian's a guy, so his are pretty straight to the point, and his 4th grade teacher told me he's minimalistic, and that is so true. So this is in no particular order, but Ian said, she is patient with me, praise be to God. She is kind-hearted. She is smart. You left out very. She's very smart. She is just as weird as I am, and that's the one that's got me a little worried if they are going to have children. And she hasn't murdered me in my sleep.
That's the one.
Sarah is obviously much more eloquent than Ian, and she gave this a lot of thought. And the number one thing that she said she loves about Ian is his mother. So she didn't really, I added that one, but would I have been in the top 10 at least, maybe if I said 10 things? Okay, so Sarah said, he makes me laugh every day. I can be angry or sad or in a mood, and he brings me joy. He lights me up. This is a blessing beyond measure. Number 2, I know without a doubt that he would never let pride keep him from taking care of his family. For me, love is someone who will flip burgers if they have to. Number 3, he can wear floral prints better than I can. She says, this is one of the many things that boggles my mind and keeps me guessing. I am able to stay one step ahead of every TV show, driving him nuts in the process, but Ian is a plot twist I can never see coming. Number 4, when I'm emotionally beaten down and in the dirt, he grabs my hands and tells me, honey, you are the strongest person I've ever met. He has utter faith in me. In turn, I become the strongest person he's ever met. Number 5, the easiest way to say it would be that he pushes me past my boundaries. The more accurate thing to say would be that he shows me there are holes in the fence and how to walk right on through. Of course, Ian's going to find the shortcut. I do the walking, but his hand is waiting to grab mine on the other side. He is simply the best man I've ever met, and it's a privilege to love him. So I hope these things will always hold true as you travel through this life together. Life truly is a journey. And I'm sure everyone here has thought at some point, oh Lord, please don't lead me down the wrong path. And if you do, I pray there's a fork in the road. But really, God trusts us to make our own choices and to choose our own path. Each of us shares our own personal journey with our family and our friends. And today you've asked all these people, I want you to take a minute and look out there at everybody that's here. And you've asked them to be here because you love them and they're important to you. And you have chosen them to bear witness to this most sacred and special part of your journey. And they came here because you are important to them and they love you. The Bible says that a man shall leave his mother and father and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one. After today, the 2 of you will walk the same path, share the same journey, and even though you will share one life, you are still 2 unique individuals, and it's important to find that balance. They chose a poem by Khalil Gibran, and it's called On Marriage. You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. You shall be together when the white wings of death scatter your days. You shall be together even in silent memory of God. But let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup, but drink not from the same cup. Give one another of your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone, even as the strings of a lute are alone, though they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together, yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and cypress grow not into each other's shadows. It won't always be easy. There's going to be times that will challenge each of you. You'll challenge each other. You may even question your choice to be in this partnership. In those times, I hope that you will remember that a true partnership isn't always 50-50. A partnership is simply two people working together toward a common goal. There will be times when one of you will need to give more, to do more, and be more for your partner. No partnership can be successful without compromise. It's a process. Along the way, you will change, you'll grow, and hopefully you'll learn. Learn to be strong when you need to and bend when you don't. Learn to say, I'm sorry, and mean it. Learn to forgive the other and yourself. Don't just say, I love you. Show it, live it every day. Earlier, I said that God lets us choose our own path, and he does, but he does not abandon us. He walks with us. Don't abandon one another. Walk together and walk with God. A reading from the Bible, Song of Songs, chapter 8, verses 6 and 7. Place me like a seal over your heart, like a seal on your arm. For love is as strong as death, its jealousy unyielding as the grave. It burns like a blazing fire, like a mighty flame. Many waters cannot quench love, rivers cannot sweep it away. If one were to give all of the wealth of one's house for love, it would be utterly scorned. Now we come to the words that Sarah and Ian want to hear most today. It's the words that are going to take them from being engaged to being married. A marriage is a voluntary and full commitment. It is made in the deepest sense to the exclusion of others, and it is entered into with the desire and hope that it will last for a lifetime. Before you declare your vows to one another, I want to hear you confirm that this is indeed your intention to be married today. Sarah, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Ian in marriage?
I do.
Ian, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Sarah in marriage?
I do.
Sarah, oh, you already gave her, okay. Okay, so having heard that this is your intention to be married to each other, I'm going to now ask you to declare your marriage vows. So Sarah, repeat after me. I, Sarah, take you, Ian,
I, Sarah, take you, Ian,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part,
till death do us part,
according to God's holy ordinance,
according to God's holy ordinance,
and thereto I pledge you
and thereto I pledge you
my love and faithfulness.
my love and faithfulness.
Okay, Ian, it's your turn. Repeat after me. I, Ian, take you, Sarah,
I, Ian, take you, Sarah,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for
for
worse,
better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part,
till death do us part,
according to God's holy ordinance,
according to God's holy ordinance,
and thereto I pledge you
and thereto I pledge you
my love and faithfulness.
my love and faithfulness.
Sarah and Ian chose an Apache wedding blessing as the final reading. Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter for the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other. Now there will be no loneliness, for each of you will be companion to the other. Now you are two persons, but there is only one life before you. May beauty surround you both in the journey ahead and through all the years. May happiness be your companion, and your days together be good and long upon the earth. Your wedding rings are an outward and visible sign of an inward and invisible bond which already unites your two hearts in love. Keith, would you give Ian Sarah's ring? Okay. Place the ring on her finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring,
I give you this ring,
wear it with love and joy,
wear it with love and joy,
as this ring has no end.
as this ring has no end.
My love for you is also forever.
My love for you is also forever.
Helen, can you give Sarah Ian's ring? Place it on his finger and repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I marry you.
I marry you.
Wear this ring forever
Wear this ring forever
as a sign of my love.
as a sign of my love.
May the wedding rings you exchanged here today remind you always that you are surrounded by enduring love. It is now my privilege and honor to declare you husband and wife. Ian, you may kiss your bride.